Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zaki Istiqomah as the English literature student from the University of Technology, Yogyakarta. First of all, let's pray and thanks to our God who has given us mercies and blessing so we can stay healthy in this pandemic era. Secondly, I want to say big thanks to the Lead Fest committee who has given me a chance to join in this competition. Thirdly, the honorable of the judge, and unforgettable for all of my beloved online audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, I will deliver my speech by the title is The Land of Paradise. Ladies and gentlemen that I love very much, every country in the world said that Indonesia is the land of paradise. That is why, because we know that Indonesia has so rich the natural resources and also so many beautiful places. Okay, let's check. For the first, Indonesia has a great sector in agriculture. Do you know that Indonesia's agriculture is included in the top 5 of the biggest agricultural sectors in the world? Second, plantation. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, that Indonesia's plantation is also included in the top 10 of the biggest plantation sectors in the world? In maritimes, do you know that Indonesia's maritimes becomes the world maritime axis? The main reason is the product of maritimes is in Indonesia is infinite. Okay, don't forget, in tourism, Indonesia has a lot of beautiful places like in heaven, and everyone have known about it. Everyone love it. For example, Indonesia has Bali. In Bali, there are so many beautiful places. For example, there is a beach, Kuta Beach, and many others. Indonesia has Lombok. Indonesia has Yogyakarta, and also there are Jakarta and many others. Do you know that all of these become the best destinations for foreigners and also for the domestic people? So that is why Indonesia can be called as the land of paradise. Ladies and gentlemen, what we will be talking about is how the condition of Indonesia's environment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen the news about the forest and land fires in Indonesia? Or we usually call it by karhutla. Okay, yes. Second, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen or have you ever known the news about the environmental pollution in Indonesia? Yes. Indonesia has a big problem about the environmental pollution from yesterday until now. So, the big question is, that's why it can be happened in this land of paradise. How can it be? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the answer is, it has done by our own people. Okay, for example, I will elaborate you about the example. For the first, there is unknown people burn the forest for their own benefits. Okay, so who will take the responsibility of this accident? Yes, the citizens will ask to the government to take the responsibility because they have no choice. This is the last choice that can they do as the victims. Ladies and gentlemen, second, as I said before, in Indonesia has so many the environmental issues. We know it so well together that it has done by the humans. And it brings the harm effects not only to the another's human life but also to the animal's life and also plant's life. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's move to the harm effects as I said before. For example, there are the environmental pollution caused from the vehicles, factory waste, and also forest fires. Okay, I will give you a simple example. You know that when the factory waste or the factory put in their waste to the river, do you know that in the river there are so many population of plants and also the population of animals? For example, there are fish. Of course, what is the harm effects when the factory throw their waste to the river? It will decrease the number of population of fish in the river. There is a simple thing or a simple example what is the harm effects from the environmental pollution. Okay, can I say that the environmental pollution, the environmental issues cause the death victims or the extinction the number of various species, flora and also fauna? Okay, the proofs come from the news that I got before. Do you know the karhutla in the Kalimantan forest? The picture or the media showed that there is the roasted pigeon, and also there are so many siamang get frustrated because of they lost their places. It seems with the accident that happened in the Sumatra forest. Do you know that Tebu elephants feel same with the siamangs? They lost their places from the 3 hectares before the karhutla happened, and then after is 180 hectares. We know it so well that the lands or that forest is the places for the animals and also plants to build a life. Second, let's move to the harm effects to the human itself. Do you know that the environmental pollution or the unhealthy environment will cause us the disease, and then the dangerous potentially is the death victims? Because that is why when the people get this environmental pollution, of course when they get the disease, the potentially is they get the death. They become the death victims. For example, the air pollution in the Jakarta is caused from the vehicles, and then these vehicles or this pollution is caused the emission in the air. Do you know that, for example, more than 4.5 million people in the world become the victims based on the environmental pollution, especially in the air. And then in Indonesia is 10.2% from it. Of course, it is a big amount. It is a big amount number of the victims, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's the example of the disease is lungs, respiratory infections, asthma, allergies, and many others. Of course, the dangerous potential is the death victims. It is very urgency. Well, it feels the urgent, so that is why it is very dangerous, because of we know the harm effects after, ladies and gentlemen. So here I will invite you to keep our environmental health. Okay, just doing a simple thing like throwing the rubbish to the rubbish box or make your own plantation, like you can plant the flowers or you can plant the trees and many others. So let's come together as unity so we can keep our environmental health and we can make Indonesia to be a better place. Like a Michael Jackson song, Heal the World. Okay, let's sing together with me if you know this song. Heal the world, make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you can for the living, make it a better place for you and for me. Make it a better place for you and for me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your nice attention. That's all my speech that I can deliver to you. If I make some mistake, I apologize. You all, and you know what, I ask 1,000 sorry. Thank you very much. Okay, and the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.